Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Saturday night. Welcome back to Romhack Races. It's week 213, live from a secret observation post high in a tree. We've got a really special level tonight. It's the first of its kind for Romhack Races. Two firsts, actually, tonight. I'm glad you could join us. We've got a three-maker collaboration from three different makers. We've never had this before. It's the first one. Kerr, Binavik, and Microwave Brother have put their three heads together to create a 6 out of 10 overall difficulty. Complexity for tonight, 6 out of 10. Execution, 6 out of 10. And we're trying something a little bit new. We're telling everyone how many sections there are. There are 5 total sections tonight, and those sections have an average length of 4 out of 10. We've been doing a little bit of research, talking to the community, and thinking behind the scenes to try to come up with a better way to give the length accurately for people. So it's going to be maybe a little bit of a trickier level tonight with some big brain setups and some complicated movement and tricks. But I think these racers are up to it. It's Hyperbolic Time Fort from Kerr, Binavik, and Microwave Brother. I hope you all are ready. Please feel free to make some noise in chat for the race or your favorite racers. Good to see you. Hello. How's your day? I'm Glitch Cat. This is Romhack Races, like I mentioned. If you're new and you don't know what this is, what's going on here, every Saturday we have a never-before-seen Super Mario World Kaizo level. Sometimes it's even not Mario World. Who knows? But usually SMW Kaizo. The racers don't know what it is. They've never seen it. No one except the makers and the testers and a few other staff members have seen it. But the racers are just going to have to use all their skill, wits, sight reading, brain, stuff they've learned in previous levels. And so it's a consistency challenge, being good at the obstacles they've learned. And, of course, we're always looking for the one-shots. Get an obstacle right on the very first try. That could get them progress, knowledge, or maybe even a moon of some sort. Binavik. Thank you. Yeah, if I am mispronouncing a name, please let me know. Kerr, Binavik, and Microwave Brother, I believe, are our makers tonight. We got 14 brave racers ready to go. And I'd like to give, of course, shout-outs to the Romhack Race staff behind the scenes who's helped test this. Mithrillionaire, RB Pimlico, Fen, and SQL. Oh, actually, I've been saying that name wrong the entire time. Sequel Infection? Geez, someone should have told me. You know, tonight's the night to let me know if I'm mispronouncing your name. Brathair, thank you very much. Maybe I was using an archaic pronunciation, like when you say ask instead of axe. Big shout-outs, of course, tonight. Darkenine stepping up for us and running the restream. Kelgan running the bot and also helping us scout, as well as Star-Lord. And, of course, we got mods in chat. Thank you so much, Mithrillionaire. Chair Evie and Spirit Often, thank you so much for hanging out and helping us mod. We got, 14 racers? Maybe even a few more signed up. We got Halcyon, B2DE, Mr. Hank Scorpio, and Louis Duce to start us out. And the scouts will be letting us know if anybody takes the lead or is close to making progress. We're going to rotate folks in as we need to. So I hope you're all ready. Please make some noise in chat. We got 16 racers with some last-minute signups. That's going to be a lot of fun. We got about a minute to go, so grab a drink, stay hydrated, stay comfy, stay warm. You don't want to miss it. Tonight's level being a little bit. This is 6 out of 10 is kind of on the over 50% difficult, and so we might see a little bit more consistency factor in. That's something we talk about in these races a lot. If you have any questions or anything, please feel free to ask. I will try to explain what's going on in the level, the gimmick, and the physics and tricks at hand. But if I miss something you want to know, no bad questions, to a point. Please feel free to shout it out. I don't know if I mentioned I'm Glitch. Hi, hello. Good to see you. How are you? How's everybody doing? I hope you're all ready for a fun race. You can learn a little bit more on romhackraces.com. If you want to try this level for yourself, grab the patch. You can download that on the website. Any of the other levels we've played, try them all out, play them, and jump on the Discord as well, hang out with the community. All this and more on romhackraces.com. Let's do it. It is time to go. Yeah, after narrowly defeating Bowser, something happened. I don't know. What happened? So, what is it going to be here? Hyperbolic Time Fort, huh? Looks like B2. Figuring it out first. Well, oh, geez, look out for this. Low gravity going on here. And that is a really, oh boy, we're going to see how these racers react. So everything normal is just a little bit weird tonight, right? With low gravity going on. The hyperbolic, yeah, the high gravity. So just imagine, Mario is in the hyperbolic time chamber. Training under immense pressure in order to get a spirit bomb. First things first, we want to bounce up these little ladder of red Koopas here. Getting a bounce, dropping down on that gray platform, and getting the spin, picking up a shell. And it looks like everybody is getting right about to this red shell obstacle. And this is a really cool, it's an interesting level because, like I said, everything typical is weird now. Right, under normal circumstances, this might be a pretty free obstacle, but having to do this under high gravity really changes things. And these racers are really going to have to show some skill, just being able to adapt to the physics. I can start to see where the 6 out of 10 difficulty comes from tonight. Shell jumps might take a little bit of time to adapt to, absolutely. And everything, it's all the same, but it's a little bit heavier. And so this is really, like I said, a test of real, I think, raw skill, right? There's not, we haven't seen, well, we're a little bit into it. We haven't seen a huge brain obstacles yet. This is just kind of figuring out how to work with this physics, these physics. I suppose there's more than one. I don't know who made each individual section, but I think perhaps the makers in chat might be able to chime in on that if they see fit. So a lot of different ideas here. Get the red shell, toss it into the little L-shaped L for shell, toss it in the little L-shaped thing there, and then use the second bullet to get over the wall. Look out, Louis Duce and Mr. Hank Scorpio getting getting pretty close. My commentary might be a little bit delayed, so I'm not. If my reactions may be slightly off, which is why, if you notice that, pointing that out ahead of time. B2 getting to the door as well. So yeah, this is pretty tight right now, and this is where consistency. Oh, geez, consistency is really going to factor in. Mr. Hank Scorpio with another good read. So we've got 3, right? And Halcyon's not far behind. They've seen the door. They know how to get there. They did the tricks once, but now how consistent can you be? Well, how quickly can you go from doing it once to being able to do it all the time? Little bop off the chuck there to keep from falling in the pit. Oh, this is pretty cool. It's finally time for me to reveal. I wrote the ASM for this. I was keeping it a secret all week from even the makers. It's my very first ASM ever. Aren't you proud? I wrote the ASM. B2, look out. I really like this rotating platform obstacle. Very, very Takamoto. Very T Takamoto in the style there. It's a classic Mario thing. We see those rotating gray platforms in the vanilla game. But under this harsh gravity, it becomes a whole different beast. Even just to the fact that it's tough to jump between the segments of the platform. You can, in theory, just keep yourself alive there and wait for the right moment, but in practice, can you? Well, I invented Mario World. And that little boy's name was Miyamoto. This is a really, really neat... I like this consistency challenge right now, and you can see the racers just warming up to this high gravity gimmick. Less fumbling around, less awkward deaths. B2 up here in the upper right getting really consistent. It's funny. Oh, you know what? Speaking of consistency, wait, hang on. Louis Duce. Oh, with the midair back in the pipe? Holy moly. This level is not messing around at all. That might be, it's a little bit rare to see a midair. I don't even know if that was how you do that room, but it's how you do that room if you're Louis Duce. And Louis is moving on here. More shell jumps, bats, pipes to run through. Look at these reads right now. And this is huge knowledge. Not only has Louis managed to get out ahead of the pack a little bit, but they know a lot about this second section now, right? That's the thing, right? Knowledge might come in handy even if you don't get to lock down progress. But Mr. Hank Scorpio feels like maybe they have a thought here. Wow. Yeah, that's a low gravity midair even. Mr. Hank Scorpio with the classic traditional shell jump out. And now it's 2 for 2 on the second section. You know that actually I'm starting to notice that myself because this is my first time seeing this level as well. Yeah, bats give a low gravity jump. Yeah. Is that correct? Actually, that's a little bit tricky to tell just from looking at it. That would be important to know. Different physics in each room. Okay. Any bounce off an enemy in this room. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's a little bit tricky to tell just by looking at it. That's what I get for not checking this one out. This is really neat. So regular, so jumps and everything is normal, but any bounce off an enemy will be a low gravity jump. Interesting. And again, just kind of taking something that would be pretty standard otherwise, but making it really difficult. Oh, you think you can play Mario? Okay, now stand on your head and play Mario. I like that kind of thing, and I like that subtlety, right? You don't always have to have the most brainy gimmick in the world if you can just do something very interesting with something subtle. Germ Dove and Quiet Mason making it 4 on the second section right now. Don't know if anybody else got the midair, but I mean, Louis already got like a Scrooge McDuck level of cool points. Just sort of goes swimming in them. But, you know, the rich get richer. I'll give Louis 500 gold shiny cool points for that midair. Here we go. Louis Duce, yeah, looking for this cape section. Now, this would be sight read. Nicely done. All right. Yo. Oh, I like the little connecting rooms. Ah, there's the tutorial. Each room in between there is a little tutorial that shows you how the gravity works in the next section. Pretty cool. So it looks like what? Third section, Louis on here. Low gravity if you're on Yoshi. If I'm seeing this correctly. Germ Dove, Quiet Mason, and Mr. Hank Scorpio still trying to bounce it out on section 2. It could change in a hurry, though. Remember, with these 6 out of 10, this is really a battle of consistency. Very readable structure here. I was thinking, what's this gonna be with this 6 out of 10? But the structure here is really readable. I think that's a huge strength in the level. We are still looking for a first clear. Louis Duce in the lower right, our leader currently. But that could change if anybody else nails down this cape section. Mr. Hank Scorpio going for their chance at it. Oh, no. Oh, jeez. That was a little bit too hasty. Yeah, you can stand there. That's good design because you can stand at the edge there and look at what you have to do and sort of play the game in your head and figure out what it is. And you can just think and spin. Got to be spinning to land on a spiny. Oh, I see. Louis Duce showing us how this gimmick works. Right. Was it hyperbolic gravity when you're holding an object? So hyperbolic high gravity shell jump. And Mr. Hank Scorpio making it through. Germ Dove trying. They know about that spin. Oof. That is a danger. Mario's cape can be used offensively. It can destroy sprites. Can destroy a lot of things, actually. Flip switches, flip turn blocks. And when you are spin jumping, Mario's cape is just kind of dangerous to everything that it touches. So the idea there would be to sneak in and to like take damage on the spiny above the one you're trying to land on without actually getting so low that you smack the one you're trying to hit and destroy it. Mr. Hank Scorpio is going to need to build some consistency here. They could do it, but I'm not trying to root against anybody, but I think Louis Duce deserves a run for his money here, getting that first section so quick. So yeah, Louis, moon physics when they have the shell, and that's what makes them do that low heavy gravity. Well, I keep saying moon physics. It's not. Moon physics is lighter. Excuse me. This is like Jupiter physics. Germ Dove getting in the door. Nicely done. Nicely done. But it's still Louis Duce looking for the clear in this third room. Quiet Mason not too far behind. The cape is a shot at the end of this section. They have a chance to read it. Oh, Quiet Mason with the deliberation. I like this, right? You're in a race, but stand there. Think about it. Pause. Take some time. You never know when that's the play. And that really paid off this time. Quiet Mason in that door. And yeah, it's a race now. Cool. See, you know, I don't like to root against anybody, but I do like to root for a cool, dynamic race. And Louis Duce has definitely got some competition now. Germ Dove has gotten just about to the same point of progress, but what's it going to be? So to make sure I've got it right for commentary here, the gravity gimmick in the third room. In the room we're on here is what? That you have moon physics when you're touching a sprite or holding a sprite? Is that the way that works? You certainly have it when you're going for the shell jump. This one's a little tricky to see, you know, just by looking at it. Low jump with a high bounce from sprites. Very cool. This is a really creative inversion. Doing a lot with a little is quality design. The Atari 2600 school of thought. Quiet Mason trying to get through that shell jump. Oh, whoa! Whoa! I'm handing out more cool points tonight. 501 cool points for Germ Dove. I really like. Keep your eye on Germ Dove. I like their strat for that 3-bullet obstacle. They're the only one that I've seen do that so far. Instead of kicking the shell forward, they up-toss the shell for a spin and then just spin kill all the bullets. That really makes a ton of sense. Yeah, it's very smart because that's what you were doing at the bat obstacle, and that really saves a lot of points of failure. You know, one thing I talk about in ways to get better at a level, get more consistent or whatever, eliminate points of failure. The less buttons you're pushing in the first place, the less things there are to screw up in the first place. And so here, everyone else is kicking the shell, and then it goes forward. When do they kick the shell? Are all the bullets going to be there? When do they jump to stop the shell? Are they in the right position? Are they going to bonk their head when they jump for the shell? You've introduced a lot more problems, right? There's just more that can go wrong. But with Germ Dove's strat, you've just eliminated that. All they do, up throw, jump, move, and they get it every time. That's a really smart play. Be looking for stuff like that. ABL racers, always be looking. ABLFSTT. We're working on the acronym. But Louis Duce, with the extra time on this section, has indeed managed to bring that blue shell all the way. Not good enough, though. Yikes. Wow. This, forgive the pun, but the heavy gravity is a great leveler among racers here. It seems like that just kind of cuts everybody down just a notch. Makes it a little bit more dynamic. Nobody is just running away with it. Louis, though, back for another try. Not to be messed with for consistency. Yeah, once Louis has learned a part, Louis knows that part. Quiet Mason, though. Watch out. Wow. And Germdove, too. Wow, I love this. I'm giving Germdove 501 more cool points. I like that strat. They're in the one-tile ceiling, and they spin jump to avoid the saws, and that works out for them. Louis, though, could get in the pipe, clean this section out. Nice job. Louis Duce keeping that lead into the fourth room. And we know from the new metrics, number of sections here, 5 out of 10. So all the racers, that's not sort of cheat information. All the racers would also know exactly where they are in the level. That's something a little bit new we're trying to kind of help the difficulty metrics be more accurate. And if you'd like to join the conversation about that and you have ideas and thoughts, we would love to hear it. Drop it in the feedback section on our Discord. That's something we have been working on behind the scenes for everybody. Because, some people got better, for one, and, sometimes length, especially, isn't as reflective of what it really is as we might like to be. It can be deceptive. This Jank Pickle, though, no deception here. Working on the third section. Pretty strong. Jank Pickle, Quiet Mason, Mr. Hank Scorpio, and Louis Duce. Louis in the lead right now. Check the bottom right. So pretty cool gimmick here. Looks like on-off switch is activating the gravity. Regular gravity, and then on-off switch controlled heavy gravity. Now, why would anyone want to turn the heavy gravity on? Well, because they need to open gates and walls and things to get through in the first place. Otherwise, you're not going anywhere. It's sort of like Mafia style. Like, hey, you know what I mean? Yeah, why would anyone want to turn on heavy gravity? I know, right? But maybe there'd be a wall there, and you just something bad would happen if you didn't turn on the heavy gravity. So why don't you just you go back in the hyperbolic chamber and you think about it, Louis G. Yo, Quiet Mason making some reads, trying for the end. I love the sync. Whoa, got that cool sync, three-way sync. Is it just me, or are things in this level sort of happening in multiples of 3? We got 3 makers, Microwave Brother, Kerr, binavik. We got 3 people on the third section, all tied for second place. Got 6 out of 10. That's a multiple of 3 difficulty. I'm not saying there might be a wall there. I'm not saying there ain't a wall there. I'm saying it would be a foolish thing to assume that there wouldn't be a wall there. That's what a fool would do. You're not a fool, are you, Mario? Oh, not a guy like you. Not a tradesman such as yourself. Someday I'm going to do a whole race just as a character. Hey, Jank Pickle, making some moves over here. Thinking you're some kind of wise guy getting in a 4th section, huh? Yeah, we'll see about that. Louis Duce looking like a joke over there in the lower right. That's what I'll do for Halloween. What a joke over there. Look at him clearing the Kaizo level like some kind of professional. Did your mother teach you to play Super Mario Brothers like that? I'm gonna call my uncle. He works at Nintendo and he don't like guys like you. Big reads here, though, for Quiet Mason. Definitely getting the hang of what they need to do in the third section. They want to bring that blue shell. Instead of doing a shell jump up between the saws, racers learned pretty quickly that they want to actually bring that shell with them. because they'll need it later. Louis still in the lead here on the fourth room. One more room to go, too, so it's still anybody's race. Lead could change in a hurry. Jank Pickle, man, making moves tonight. Look at how they massacred my Yoshi. Man, this really gives me, man, you know, it just makes me want to make an underwater, like, mafia-themed level with Luigi called Luigi Sleeps with the Fishes. Like, jeez, too perfect. It's like that Simpsons. Johnny Tightlips, where'd they shoot you? I ain't saying nothing. Well, what do I tell the medical examiner? Tell him to suck a lemon. Quiet Mason looking for that ending. Mr. Hank Scorpio bringing the shell. We got shell carriers here in the third section. Smart players. That's a little bit of brain move going on. And Louis still looking for that consistency. This is definitely a level of, you know, how quickly can you acclimate to the gimmick. Nice little on-off switch. The little circle on-off coins. I like those. Instead of being a block where you would hit it and it would like stay on the screen if you wanted multiple hits out of it, those little circular on-off coins just kind of hang out in the air. When you grab one, they do the same thing as an on-off switch. So getting that yellow Koopa to jump. That's a neat little property when a shell is kicked at a yellow Koopa, or a grab block really. The yellow Koopa will jump to avoid it. I think they're the only Koopa that does that. All the Koopas have a different power actually. Yellow jumps to avoid shells. Red doesn't walk off edges. Green has no power and walks off all edges. And blue kicks back. The green has the power of being my favorite color. What are you saying? You don't like green Koopas? Is there some kind of problem with green Koopas? No. I'm sorry, Fat Tony. There's no problem here. You wouldn't just kick a heartless, defenseless little Koopa, would you? Hey, boss, I think he's talking about you. I don't know suddenly where Gangland style Kaizo commentary has come from tonight, but I'm having a good time. If you have a question about the mechanics or what's going on or something in Kaizo, please feel free to ask. That is 100% cool, and will probably make you cooler or you'll know more. Mr. Hank Scorpio, Quiet Mason, one section behind, but look out. B2, DE81 coming in hot in the fourth section. We got a three-way tie for first place right now. First. And all the Bazuma, the first place. I'm running out of gangster jokes. I'll have to bootleg some more. B2, maybe trying for some cheese? Thinking about it. And Germ Dove, hey, all right. Yo, Louis Duce getting hung up a little bit tonight. No lead is safe here, although they still have it by maybe a little bit. Maybe one obstacle they're getting consistently past. But here's B2. Yep, they know what's up at that shell. So that green shell part, that is a Paracoopa shell in disguise. And it will actually stop moving only after it's been hit twice. So one hit, it just kind of goes, and then the next hit, it will actually stop. Actually, normally those are coded green, or coded gray in the base ROM. This one is green. It's traditional color. Hey, what, you got a problem with traditionally colored Koopa shells? It's a traditional green. We wear this to celebrate Koopas. Look out. Yo, Jank Pickle. Wow. And yeah, so they've been to that part as well. Louis Duce and Jank Pickle, both that I've seen, and maybe, yeah, Louis back, getting to that that clapping Chuck obstacle, and they need to land on the right-hand side of that. Chucks have a weirdly wedge-shaped hitbox in a similar manner to disco shells. It's weird, but if you think of like the helmet of the Chuck as like being rounded, you want to bounce off the right-hand side of that rounded helmet in order to be pushed right. Oh no. Oh, good play, Louis. That's a pretty good play for Louis Duce there. And they are into the hallway, going down the hall, getting into the other room, going down to ask a favor from the Godfather on this, the day of Romhack Races. And wow, fun. Oh, I get it. The theming. Oh, that's genius. Oh, that's genius. I get the theming. Mario trained in the hyperbolic chamber, and now he can jump like a million miles in the air. That's really cool. And so now we got moon physics and we got a cape coming up. And oh, let's go. Looks like some flight. Spin flight there. And moving the fire flower out of the way. Because I've always enjoyed that. It doesn't have to be this way, but it's a fun convention, I think. Oftentimes fire flowers are used in cape levels as a barrier. You don't want to touch it. Because if you did, then you wouldn't have the almighty cape anymore, and you wouldn't be able to fly. So this shouldn't be very unfamiliar to Louis. They are no stranger to cape tricks and high-level trickery like this. But again, this level really is a cool and succinct challenge. And it's just taking the familiar and making it new. This would be easier without the moon physics, but the subtle change is really refreshing. Let's go. Let's go. B2DE 8-1 moving in, still tied for second. There is still a very tight race here. 28 minutes in. This is a tough level tonight. And we have ourselves a two-way tie. B2 and Louis Duce, watch the bottom of the screen. Jank Pickle and Germ Dove keeping it up though. So what's it going to be? Louis Duce has maintained a consistent lead. I would say about an obstacle or two in terms of just knowledge and kind of how consistent they get. They're about an obstacle or two ahead. But what are we going to see here in the final section? Is it going to be, is that going to make it for Louis? Is that little bit of extra time and practice going to make the difference? Or could B2 just nail this a little bit faster? Louis, though, with the regular flight. Oh, whoa. Oh, now that's really cool. Oh, geez. This is going to get silly, and I like that. I like this. What a cool idea. Bead fly. Not the type like a scientist accidentally turned himself into a fly, but rather a big low-gravity cape fly. I can't recall ever seeing that. I can't recall. I really like that idea. slow motion cape, moon physics cape is very cool. Put the biggest emote you have in chat. I need the biggest cape fly you have. No, that's too big. Whoa, so big dive and big turnaround. Oh my word. That is so cool. Wow, so everything is more pronounced in Moon Physics Land. And that is going to give them a huge rise. When you bop your head down with the cape and then you pull your head back up, you can really see that happening in slow motion here. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. As Louis Duce just ascends to the heavens. What a cool obstacle. That was so neat. I really like that. Oh, that was a really, really cool one. And uh-oh. 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 What? Oh, what a boss. What a boss fight. That's some Akuma levels of terrifying final boss. And Louis Duce will take it tonight. First place in about 31-39. Great skills tonight. It is a close one, though. Germdub and Mr. Hank Scorpio back on the third section. Jank Pickle B2 on the fourth section. What a great boss. Kerr said that cape section happened because he found a bug in the low gravity ASM on SMW Central. That's awesome, though. Yeah, infinite flight while turned around was not specifically programmed by the devs. That's really interesting. That's such a cool mechanic. I've never seen that done in quite that way before. I would love to see that even stretched out for more of a level. Holy cow, an infinitely rising cape level where like you might do some cape stuff, but then you just infinitely rise. That would be wicked fun, actually. Instead of let's give up, like let's ascend. So don't you be fooled into thinking these are untalented racers here. I'd have to call my father at Nintendo and have him settle a score with you if you thought that, because this is a tough level. And these are talented players here. 4 sections into this, 5 sections in, this is demanding stuff. This is a 6 out of 10. Normally, I don't know. I was going to say normally they're not this tough, but actually, well, you never know. If you want to learn more about what we're doing here, go to romhackraces.com, download this patch for yourself, and see if it really is a 6 out of 10 or not. If you'd like to talk to us about our difficulty system, the metrics that we use to judge the difficulty for the levels, we would love to hear feedback about that. Join us on Discord. Mr. Hank Scorpio. Nicely done. Now remember, we're looking for second place. We're rounding out the podium here. So Jank Pickle, B2, Mr. Hank Scorpio, it could be anybody. It could be you. You could start racing right now and just one-shot everything. It could, I'm just saying. A brand new feedback forum in the Discord. Amazing. The really friendly folks who set that up behind the scenes must really like the Romhack Races community, and we'd love to hear what you think. If you have something you'd like to add about the difficulty rankings, ideas, or how things get done, let us know. I would love to hear about that. Jank Pickle. Oh my word, the cape skills. Oh my gosh. Yo, that was a very good dodge. That was really cool. Wow, they did some really quick little cape turnaround. And with that Goomba defeated, fearsome boss, that's a second. Nicely done. Jank Pickle, GG Louie, and thank you for the raid. First place tonight. And 500 cool points for that midair you did. pretty swag, if I do say so myself. And Jank Pickle with the second. Good job. Yo, give a follow, twitch.tv/JankPickle. They stream a bit, and I know they've done some speedruns and stuff, too. It's not often you get to see an actual shell midair. Yeah, no, that actually kind of makes sense. Yeah, the shell jump in that moment looked harder to do. So instead, just go for the trick that would, in theory, be at least consistent or easier or something you already know. That makes sense. Smart, really. Sometimes the harder trick that you're better at. B2, DE. All right. Yo, we made it. We made it just in time. Just in time to say GG. That's a good clear. Jeez, people are ripping this up now. This reminds me of that level, that left side barrier tower from freaking That Which Can Eternal Die. Or, no, that's not the name of the hack. Hyper 6 is the name of the hack. Left side barrier tower has that intro that starts out with that really heavy gravity room. Yeah, Hyper 6, excuse me. I literally played it. Quiet Mason, Germdove, Halcyon, Mr. Hank Scorpio, hanging out. Yep, you can always check the podium over on romhackraces.com. Exclamation leaderboard should just show it off if you want to know in chat. But we're going to hang out, cheer everybody on. This is, Romhack Races is more a fun community event wrapped up as a race. That's just the shiny packaging. The real good stuff is the fun we all have. How are you? How are you doing tonight, chat? What's on your mind? How you feeling? What are you playing? As Quiet Mason, yeah, getting in that door. Ready to go for Section 5. And the terrifying boss fight. Every time someone comes in, we should act like, just pretend like they cheesed the boss fight. Like, oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe you cheesed that boss fight. Oh, that was supposed to be 8 phases, and it threw hammers at you the entire time. You get ready to meet your new kitten tomorrow? Aw, GG. I bet that kitten and you are lucky to have each other. Surely that kitten will be lucky to have you as a friend. A bold move, yeah, trying to jump the fire flower. Oh, Halcyon though. Looks like Halcyon's, yeah, getting back with the consistency. You love to see it, and we're in there. I like how it's not immediately apparent that you ought to kill the Goomba. Like, some people just kind of, like, try to fly with it. Like, oh, maybe I take the Goomba up here. Like, why would you kill it? Excuse me, B2. Great clear. I can't believe you cheesed that boss. That was amazing cheese. That boss was supposed to have 12 phases, and it threw hammers at you the whole time while the floor exploded. And everyone else has been stuck on that boss for 1,000,000 years, and I can't believe you cheesed it. Wow. Amazing. It turns into Kaiser 3 Bowser after 6 hits. And then you do 12 more hits with 2 Kaiser 3 Bowsers. That was amazing. Good job. Stu Cat over here in the lower left. Mr. Hank Scorpio, Germdove, Quiet Mason. Waiting to learn that the boss is terrifying. It might be the most difficult Romhack Race boss we've ever had. Oh, yeah, there was a blarg you had to eat. Say, what were some other memorable Romhack Race bosses over the years? Fuzzilla for sure. Oh, Mr. Hank Scorpio. One too many cape spins. Yo, Halcyon, thanks for the raid. You did a great job cheesing that boss. I can't believe it. We didn't even get to see the phase 12 where it throws other Kaizo 3 Bowsers at you. GG. Can't believe you cheesed it. Quiet Mason looking for the door. Mr. Hank Scorpio, gotta go around again. Oh, Quiet Mason's trying to just like real comfortably fly. There has never been a Romhack Race boss rush level, but I completely agree that would be awesome. That would be really, really cool. There have been levels that are sort of like a gauntlet of different challenge rooms type of thing, but nothing that was like just a boss rush in the classic definition. There you go. Germ Dove. Nicely done. Getting in that door. Avoiding the chucks. They even killed one on the way down. That's worth 200 cool points, I'd say. Yo, hey, I hate to get up and miss all the action. I gotta get up away from my desk here, set my mic down for 1 second, do something cool while I'm gone, and then maybe you'll tell me about it. Hang on, BRB. Oh, hey, all right, hey, I made it. Whew, made it back. Looks like we got 4. 4 now. Good. We got Quiet Mason, Germ Dove, Stucat, Mr. Hank Scorpio. This level does feature a bit of hidden difficulty with the gravity. That can be a subtle thing that doesn't necessarily... You can't necessarily see it, but when you're playing it, oh, you're very aware. Mr. Hank Scorpio, oh, look out. Looking for that ascent. Oof. I have to go now. My planet needs me. Quiet Mason, this could be it. I love this ending. I love that ending. That is just so cool. Yeah, and Quiet Mason, yes. Deciding to take the Goomba up to the top. Oh, that's really funny. Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, GG Quiet Mason. You can take the Goomba up to the top, and then when it falls, it despawns. And that's what gets rid of it and says, oh, there's no more Goombas, so you've cleared the room. That's funny. I think that would be a really funny puzzle, actually. You know, you have to get rid of something in the room, but you have to like move the camera so you despawn it. Looks like Mr. Hank Scorpio got it this time. GG. Hey, yeah, if you're looking for some more Kaizo in your life, please go follow the racers. There are a lot of really good players in the community and a lot of people who are going to be on even tonight just hanging out and working on different hacks. They're really, really cool folks. So please, please follow up on the shout-outs. Follow some new channels. Yeah, I like that lack of hesitation on Hank's part. Just nope. Wonder if I do something with this Goomba. No. It is Light Alines now in the upper left, Germ Dove in the upper right, Stu Cat in the lower left, Walking Eye in the lower right. And me and you and Super Mario. Thanks for making Romhack Races a little part of your Saturday. We do these races every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you're enjoying it, please drop a follow. Come back and see us again. If you'd like to race or try any of the levels out for yourself, you can do all of that over on the website. If you like this level design, I would highly recommend checking out Moon, which is a hack from Kerr. Very, very good stuff. Okim from Microwave Brother. And, you know, forgive me, I don't know binavik if they've made any hacks or not. But if so, please feel free to shout those out. I'd like to try to shout out a little bit more, like, for the makers themselves. They put the time into making this for us and getting everything done throughout the week. Really, really appreciate that. So thanks. Oh, and I have here. I wanted to look up the wording here. In particular, I have a special message. I ask before the race. I like to ask the makers if there's anything else that they'd like to shout out. And I have a special message here from MB. I want Kaizo creators to not be afraid to take chances and let their personalities shine in their work and not worry about what they should be doing or what's the norm. Take chances, be yourself, love what you do, and create something that's interesting. He added an etc. there, and I filled the rest of that in. So from me and MB, please take that to heart, and thanks for being a part of Romhack Races. Yeah, Death of a Plumber, Shallow and Pedantic, thank you. Yeah, please, if I've forgotten to shout out some hacks, please feel free to do that. I would love to get more attention on the makers themselves, whatever they're doing. Check them out as well. They are really, really kind and cool individuals. And Kerr, in particular, thank you so much for helping us out around the scenes with Romhack Races, testing and kind of keeping things in line for us. Really, really appreciate that. Some of y'all do really well with collab hacks. I like that. There's sort of like certain people that always tend to be in these collabs. I think that's cool. I don't know. It's just like a little little art collectives throughout the Kaizo community. Leaderboard tonight was Louis Douce in first, followed by you, Jank Pickle in third, And, oh gosh, excuse me. It literally just happened. I watched it right in front of my face. Who got the third? I literally saw it happen. Freaking goldfish brain over here. Could be Germ Dove, B2. Thank you. Official statistician over here. Thank you. B2DE with the third. But here's Germ Dove for the win. Goomba dead. That's one less Goomba. Oh, and now we have truly ascended, and Mario really can be a truly Super Mario. This is such a cool section to end it. I love it. Really, truly do. And Stu Cat, there it is. There it is. No more Goombas around here. The Goomba, he suffered an unfortunate accident. Someone who shall remain nameless stomped him on the head with a spin jump. I don't know who would do such a thing to such an innocent Goomba such as this, but if he had some issues with some of our business associates, well, I can't say the sorts of things that those men are capable of. Light Lines, let's go. Let's go. We'll send Light Lines to talk with the Goomba. Surely he will see reason after speaking with Light Lines. Sort of realign you a little bit there. Oh! Oh no! Light Lines! Oh no! The boss was too strong. Oh no! You know what? That's wild though. The boss got a kill. Oh, they actually got a kill. All right, GG. Getting a little scuffed up there, but eventually getting the job done. Light Lines, good job, good job. That was actually kind of great. You know, I'll give 100 cool points for that to the Goomba. Light Lines can have a few also. They're very cool. Good maker. But the Goomba there, the real MVP of that moment, finally managing to get a kill. Yeah, it's really weird how with this random phase in the boss, it seems that everyone's getting exactly the same RNG. Kind of wild. You know what would be funny? It would be like a joke boss that it's like incredible, ridiculous Kaizo 3 Bowser, and it's throwing hammers and fire, and it's just going all over the place. And the first time you get to the boss, it like all the stuff is real. You know, the hammers are real, the fire's real, and then like every other time, or something silly like every 5th time or something, nothing that it does hurts you. So you just have to go and die like 4 times, and then on the 5th attempt, like you're just thinking like, this is impossible. Like I'm literally never going to win this ever. What is this boss? There's no way. It's just literally impossible. And then you just go into it and like on the 5th try, just like it's like totally harmless, and you just get a star and win. We got Jazzman 287, Prestonator 13, Walking Eye, no number given, and Ender of Games, also numberless. Ender of Games working on section number 2. Jazzman, Prestonator, Walking Eye working on number 4. Again, if you have questions or anything about SMW Kaizo or anything like that, please feel free to shout it out in chat if you want to learn more. Simply die to the boss to win. Also, how are you, chat? What's up? What's on your mind? Hey, Jazzman, let's go. Let's go. So Jazzman in the upper right working on the final section, 5 out of 5. Prestonator walking eye, almost done with number 4. Ender of Games keeping it real on the bat section. Yo, I wanted to let you know too. This is kind of like, you know, neither here nor there, but you know, around the scenes, you know, Dr. No has done a lot for us over the years. Keeping the races in line, keeping everybody organized and stuff. Dr. No is currently taking a very, very well-earned sabbatical and has turned the Romhack Race administrative tasks over to some of us, myself, Kelgan, Fen, and others behind the scenes. As we go forward with that, we are going to be having more direct talks in like staff meetings, and we're working on creating improvements. And, you know, the kind of the pathway right now, we'd like to clean up things like the difficulty ratings, get that system a little bit better, maybe get some tags for levels and stuff. Kelgan is working super hard, and thank you, by the way, working super hard to get the tools that we have used behind the scenes to talk to each other a little bit more, automate some more things, and that will hopefully make it easier for folks to volunteer. If you're interested and you like what's going on in Romhack Races and you'd like to help this out, everybody that does this is just kind of volunteering some time every week to take on a small amount of duties and make these races work. You know, right now we're working on an update sort of to the volunteer system, hopefully to give people more clear roles and, you know, tasks, make it easier for you to do less, and everything will all get done better. I know it sounds impossible, but with the magic of computers, it really could be true. And so if you are the type of person that you'd like to give a little bit of time to help out Romhack Races and help us put these races on, maybe if we have enough volunteers, maybe even do some special events sometime, that would be kind of cool. You know, we have a little bit more person power. We could do some bigger races. Maybe we could finally have the 10 out of 10 black tie, black diamond Kaizo event. Maybe we could have some special marathons or special types of races. There's a lot of possibilities. So as we work through that, if you have ideas, thoughts, would like to contribute, you know, whatever you have, please feel free to let us know. Use the forum channel or talk to staff on Discord. And, you know, like pardon our dust as we learn. I think we all did a great job this week. This was the first week Doc had sort of stepped away and let us steer the ship. So I'm very proud of everybody. And so thank you to staff and everyone for helping out and being a part of that as well. Still haven't seen anybody else do the looking at Ender on this section. Still haven't seen anybody else do the spin strat with the bullets. No one else has thought to do that kind of upward spin toss jump. Well, yo, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Kaizo mechanics, Romhack Race related things, what's going on. At a certain point, there's only so much commentary I'm doing on exactly the same obstacles. But if there's something that is unfamiliar or folks would like to learn about, that is always cool to ask. Cheering on Jazzman, Prestonator, Walking Eye, and Ender of Games. Currently in the lead right now, Jazzman in the upper right, making good moves through this section. I think it's cool to end it with a moon physics. It's good composition. How many? I don't know. That would be a question for our scouts. We have 16. We had 16 to sign up, and we've had 7. We got 7 remaining. Thank you very much for scouting for us, Kelgan. The scouts are watching all the other racers, letting us know if someone takes the lead or whatever. So hopefully we can see everybody's clears on the restream. Oh, nice. Okay, all 3 not on screen, also on section 3. That's really cool. So some big progress here. And hey, if this looks easy, I mean, try it for yourself, you know. Romhackraces.com. Walking eye? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I like that. Yep, that P-speed. There are chucks at the end of that hallway to kind of run at you. But I don't think they've killed anybody yet. I haven't seen. If those hallway chucks got somebody, I hadn't seen it. Oof. Say, this is a level really... Oh, wait, I did something? Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of... that. You know, it's actually kind of funny. In all seriousness, I don't think we've ever had that problem with Romhack Races. Everyone's been very chill. It's Jazzman right now. Walking eye, though, putting the pressure on in the last section. Prestinator 13 on room 4. Ender of Games, just, you know, sleeping with the saws. Yeah, I think the tendency towards spin flying there might be due to the fact that they've been doing that for a little bit, you know, for most of the level anyway, and they just did that. Yeah, it's kind of a natural progression. You know, to think, well, okay, I just did a spin fly, so I guess I'll do another one. Endless Ascent. Yo, you love to see it. Making a little bit of progress, getting to a new section. And it is the right side of your screen versus the left side right now. Oof. I really like that vertical spin fly. Jasmine's died on it. Walking Eye's about to get to it. Just kind of killing those spinies on either side. You kind of have to zigzag, and it's just, it's free enough and precise enough. I like that about it. Oh, hey, you know, speaking of high skill Kaizo video gaming, that we're all anxiously waiting for the GDQ games list to drop. I noticed there were a lot of Kaizo hack submissions going on. So good luck if anybody was submitting any Kaizo. Hope you get it. And Walking Eye, oh yeah, getting into these spins. Can they read it? Jag Pickle, did you submit Lego Star Wars for GDQ? Good luck. Anybody else in chat got any GDQ submissions in? Good luck. I'll be excited to see. Yeah, might be a little rough there. And this is where that brain kind of comes into play. That green shell obstacle. You have to sort of do something I always say, sort of like think with the gimmick. And in this case, being able to think, okay, well, you can make that jump over there, but is that actually what to do? Given how difficult it is to actually land that jump in the first place. Sometimes the thing to do is to question what you think it is. Yeah, and right, and the fact that someone can make it up might make them think, oh, that's what I'm doing, right? Because it succeeded. So it can be difficult. It can be tough to question what works. Right. I mean, look, right here, it is working. They are getting it to work. They're getting that jump up. I don't blame them, right? Yeah, Moon Physics and Cape is an interesting blend. It's an interesting combination. You don't see it that often because Cape just gives you the big flight all the same, but having to do a kind of extra slow version of Cape, kind of cool. Walking Eye, trying for it again. Oh, I hope you're all having fun. Thanks for making Romhack Races a little part of your Saturday. Yeah, I'm sure you already heard it, but in case you didn't, bop that follow button. Come back and see us Saturday nights at 8 for another sight read race. We got these every week. They're super fun. I'm glad. I'm really glad to hear that. It's nice to, I don't know. It's just nice to be able to bring people a favorite Saturday show. You know, like I start out every Romhack Race and say, "Welcome back to Saturday night," and I like that. I mean that. You know, it's cool. And again, if you want to try these for yourselves, the website is right there. Have a little Romhack Race with your friends. You don't necessarily have to be a part of a race to have a race. Jazzman, woo, trying to clear it out here. Can they get the big rise? Oof. Man, I'm stoked on that rising section. I just want to see more of that now. Got the gears turning in my mind about Moon Physics Cape. But yeah, Endless Ascent and Prestinator having a little bit of an issue, and really, like, it's one of those things not to feel bad about. This is a really good example. I don't want to use anyone as a bad example, but what I'm saying here is that it can be really tough to question what works, because Prestinator or other racers have managed to just figure out how to get over that without needing to jump on the green shell first. It works, so of course that's what you do. You know what I mean? That's very easy to fall into that assumption in Kaizo. And I'm about to think that I think they actually could make it work this way. Like they have actually sort of found a way. Yeah, this actually could work for them in almost exactly the same way. So in a way, they're just being more stylish. I'll give 100 cool points for that. I think that deserves 100. And I'll throw in 50 more if they make it with that strat. They're not worth anything. I just made them up, but they're worth it if you want them to be. Jazzman, Ascending Arpeggio, Spirit of Fen, matching with another 50. Hey, all right. Now how merciful are they to the Goomba? I love what people think they have to do in this room. GG, Jazzman. Well played, well played. I love people are just like, what, do I have to like levitate the Koopa up with the cape or what even? What is the conversion rates of cool points to Chuck E. Cheese tickets? Well, I'll tell you what. I will tell you that it's 1-to-1, and offer not good at participating Chuck E. Cheeses. It's one of those, like, it's like that Mitch Hedberg joke where he wants to open up a Pizza Hut but not participate in anything. Prices and participation may vary. I'm going to open up a McDonald's and not participate. So Chuck E. Cheese's may or may not be participating in the 1-to-1 cool point exchange rate, but you should ask about it anyway. Just in case. Like, hey, listen, I have 500 Romhack Race cool points here. Yo, let's say what's up to Dekudo? Dekudo95. I hope I'm saying that name right. If I'm not, please correct me. Haven't seen the name before, but welcome to Romhack Races. Playing pretty solidly. I like this. Nice movement between the saws there, and they definitely know what they want to get out of this room. So good luck, Dekudo. Good racing. Yes. How does one slow down their flight mid-flight? Good question. What you do, so normally, to get the rise, right, when you're Kate pumping, your head goes down, and then you press backwards. You go brip, and you go up, right? So in order to slow down, you hold the direction opposite to your movement, just backwards. If it's left, you're holding right. If it's right, you're holding left. Opposite direction to your movement, and tap B. And every time you tap B, you will throttle yourself back. And then you can raise your speed again by pressing forward. Yo, that's really kind of you, Captain Blueprint. I appreciate that. Captain Blueprint using cool points to buy all the racers a spider ring or some vampire fangs. That's pretty kind. That's pretty kind. Tell you what, I'll throw in a popcorn ball for everyone. It's caramel flavored. Well, no, that's okay. I'll give you 10,000 cool points, and then you can spend them as you please. Walking Eye, yo, the swag ground pound. That's worth 50 cool points. Swag ground pound to get into that door, and Walking Eye is gonna clear it. What do you think you have to do? I love this. There's so many people just thinking they have to do so many things. What's it gonna be there, Walking Eye? Oh, man, low grab Goomba jump. That's what they're going for. Can they get it? Oh, nice. All right, that's worth 500 cool points. Yo, 2 Goomba jumps. Yeah, you love to see the consistency. Yo, Walking Eye, I love it. Just hanging out. I love it. They still won't do it. What a kind person. Walking Eye. Oh, we got it. GG. GG. I think, yeah, the pacifist route to despawn. Yeah, that's the pacifist route, right? We got Dekudo 95, Prestinator 13, Endless Ascent, no number given. First name Butt hanging out here too. And me and you and everybody. And if I'm not mistaken, if my internal math is correct, this would be our final 4. If I think so. We had 7, we got 2 clear, 2 come in. Final 5, excuse me, nice. I really like to see the signups. Welcome to the new racers. Walking Eye, thank you for the raid. Go follow Walking Eye, check out their Space Age controller. Walking Eye playing video games in the year 3010. That's even more futuristic than Futurama. Did you ever notice? I just noticed this now. It's a silly thought. It has no bearing on anything. But did you ever notice Futurama, The Simpsons, and Disenchantment? All of those shows are by Mac Groening, and all of them don't have lyrics in the theme song. Ever notice that? I just did. Mac Groening doesn't like lyrics in the theme song, I guess. Endless Ascent, too, also making that jump up instead of actually bopping the green shell. So Endless Ascent and Prestinator kind of locked in the same thing where it's a mistake that they're doing, but the problem is it works. It is really working out for them, and that can be really difficult. It can be more tough to question something that works as opposed to they're just dying all the time because they, it's the tendency is to think you're getting through. Yo, I hope everybody's having a good night. Oh, what's new? How are you? I don't know what was intended, but it looks like it can still achieve the same result. They could still, in theory, get over there. It's just they have to change the types of jumps that they're doing. Top 3 gaming systems in any order. Well, I mean, I grew up... I guess I'd have to pick the 3 I grew up with, which would be Atari 2600, Super Nintendo, N64. I guess would probably be my picks. I mean, technically, arcade pinball is not a console. I can't just pick all of pinball. Those would be my picks. And I realize I'm leaving out the NES. But for me, being a kid growing up in the 90s, I didn't get NES. I only got Super. Kids down the street had NES, but I didn't get one until I was already an adult. So I think N64 was good. I think it had a lot of great games and did a lot. I think it deserves to be called a great console. I think that also in that era, there was an unfortunate obsession with three-dimensional polygon games where we could have gotten something kind of retro-styled like Celeste. Like Celeste is just almost like a 16-bit game, but it's run on under the hood. There's a lot more power. We could have gotten stuff like that, but instead they decided to make all polygons. That's unfortunate, historically speaking. But I gotta go with Atari, Super, and N64. The big 3 for me. There were kids on the block that had Genesis growing up, but there weren't many. I think it's sometimes even just like kind of like when you're a kid, especially if you're growing up in that age. There's not a lot of internet. I can't look up things. I didn't even know, I knew Sega Genesis existed, but I didn't even know, what games it had because I only got to play whatever was at a friend's house. I think, honestly, the only games I ever played, Golden Axe, Sonic 2, Altered Beast, Sonic Spinball. They're the 4 Genesis games that exist in the whole world. I didn't know obviously there were more, but I didn't know what they were, and I didn't know how to get them. Or same thing for other consoles such as TurboGrafx 16 or Neo Geo or Sega CD, Sega Saturn. For example, I knew one kid that had a Dreamcast, just one. just like one. So it was hard to just have access to the information in the first place. You know, it was just I didn't even know that like TurboGrafx 16 existed. I didn't even know that Sega CD was a thing at all in any way, shape, or form. Dreamcast, what's that? Never heard of it. So you kind of, you know, we got Nintendo, and this is also back in the age when parents just call anything on Nintendo, the new Sony Nintendo. Oh, I got you Twisted Metal for Nintendo. Turn off that Nintendo game. Like, Mom, it's an Xbox. So there was no comparison, right? You know, as a kid in the 90s, I'm not shopping around for games. You know, I saw the commercial, I saw the Kmart flyer in the newspaper. I don't know. That was it. That was my only access to that kind of information. Oh, geez, leaving the power on, yeah. You know, young players today really have it rough because at least games didn't always auto-save back in the day. So when your parents would be like, oh, go to bed, you could at least be like, oh, I have to get to a save point first, and that wasn't just an outright lie. You know? There was really an age where it was like, Dad, let me save my game. Let me one more level. I have to save because otherwise I can't save. Like, you know, nowadays, you know, parents play games. Everybody knows there's autosave. So I'm sorry for younger kids that have to deal with that now. You don't have that out anymore. Yeah, right. And it's not on Super Nintendo or some other console. The idea that and it was confusing too because like Mortal Kombat would come out on Nintendo and on Genesis. Like some games were on both. And so the idea that you just like couldn't put your Sega cartridge in your Nintendo was like, what do you mean? As a kid, you know, I always thought it was weird when the N64 came out. Like specifically came out. I remember that. I was there for that. It was weird because as a kid, I didn't really understand or think about the fact that eventually they would make new consoles. Like, I didn't even really think about that. I just assumed that Super Nintendo would exist forever and they would keep making Super Nintendo games. And the Super Nintendo games would just get better and better and better until they were, you know, just amazing. We'd have Super Mario 64, but it would be like the 64th Mario, you know? And so when Nintendo 64 came out and 3D games, polygons became prominent, geez, I kind of felt resentful as a kid. What do you mean? I liked Pac-Man. I like Mario. Why don't you make Mario anymore? You know, Mario 64 was nice, but it was different, you know? Right? It just keep making games. As a kid, I just really could not understand why. I felt, honestly, I felt kind of like abandoned. I know that's not really, that's not the word for it, but I just felt like, why aren't they used to make video games that I like, and now they make these weird games that I don't like? Why can't they just make Nintendo anymore, you know? Just didn't make, like, I'll buy them. I'll get my mom to buy them. Don't worry. If you don't think they're going to sell, don't worry. I'll still buy them. I'm still saying that. I'll still buy it. Yeah, Prestonator. We still got a race going on. You know, the guy Endless Ascent, we got Dekudo, Prestonator, First Name Butt here hanging out. Everybody on the 4th section. First Name Butt working on the 2nd. But, yeah, a little bit of a hang-up with this green shell strat. Yeah, Prestinator kind of going all in with this strat, just getting the shell and making that jump twice. I'm gonna throw on 100 extra cool points for this. It is a little bit tricky to understand what that obstacle is actually asking for. It communicates okay. Oh, yo, looks like Endless Ascent figured it out. Nice. You got a question, question what works. Oh, sorry, third section for first name bud. Excuse me. I shortchanged him a whole section. I can't believe it. What a joke. Yo, Ender of Games on Section 4. Nice. Some solid progress here, if not a little bit tough. This is a tough level. 6 out of 10. Tough stuff. Watch out. Ender of Games, Prestinator, Dekudo, and Endless Ascent right now. Trying to get into that cape section. Also, like I said, just for folks that came in maybe, if you have any questions or anything, just want to learn a little bit more, the gimmick here in this level is low gravity. This is a Hyperbolic Time Fort from Kerr, binavik, and Microwave Brother. 3-maker collaboration tonight. You can get the patch on romhackraces.com. And yeah, gimmick is low gravity, and each of the rooms has a different sort of hyperbolic chamber low gravity gimmick. In this room, the on-off switches are controlling the gravity, and they need to kind of keep flipping them in order to make it through here. So with the switch on, gravity is high. With the switch off, gravity is low. That can be a little bit tough to just see at a glance because it can kind of look like just regular gameplay. But it's been an interesting challenge with this race to kind of take the familiar and make it challenging and unfamiliar simply by kind of doing one dumb trick. Switch the gravity or add something very subtle. And there we go, Endless Ascent. Upper left hand. Endless Ascent has been kind of working with that green shell obstacle for a while, and that is the way to flow through that. Jumping on the green shell on the ground, and that's how you get over the little staircase of death blocks, and then just flowing through the obstacle from there. There it is. We're going to see it clear soon. Keep your eyes on the upper left. Endless Ascent with the big moves. Yeah, Prestinator really, I want them, I'm cheering for them. I'm cheering for Prestinator here with that strat. It's not quite intended, but it's really easy to assume that it is. Because it works. I think we'll get a clear soon. Endless Descent looks like they've got this all put together now. Yep, you can see the light bulb just come on. Watch out. Oh, yeah, suspicious. Suspicious. All right. Yes. That was great. Well earned. Now, this will be a great one. Endless Ascent. And we're going to be doing some moon physics here. So, final section, this is the 5th room. One thing that I will point out, we're doing it for this level, and we will be doing it going forward, which is we're changing the difficulty metrics a little bit. We have heard from the community and decided internally that length of longest section does not paint enough of a picture, because sometimes length of longest section can be short, but the section is really difficult, or there's a lot of them. You know, there's like, well, they're all one room, but they're all really like 6 out of 10 difficulty one rooms, and there's 8 of them. So when you see length of longest section 3, you don't get an accurate picture of what the level really is. So what we are doing, we are changing that a little bit. We're going to have difficulty, complexity, and execution. Those are going to stay the same at 10 out of 10. And then going forward, we're going to tell the racers the actual number of sections. In this case, we told them ahead of time 5 sections. And that's kind of cool for the race, too, because you can keep that information in your head and you kind of know where you are in relation to the end. And maybe that could change someone's strats, you know? If they think they're close to the end, maybe they'll try something risky. If they know they're far away, maybe they'll try to play safer. And then we'll give you the number of sections and the length of sections on average. And that will hopefully smooth out a little bit of the difficulties we've had. The section length is not factoring into the difficulty rating. Those are kind of 2 separate things at this point. We're also considering having tags for the levels ahead of time. So the level might be tagged with item abuse or glitch abuse or precision platforming or something like that to give you more of an idea what the required skills would be. So for example, if you're really bad at Cape Tech, you don't want to play a Cape Tech level, now you'll know. Or for example, if you do want to play a Cape Tech level, hopefully you do, they're very fun. We're thinking of adding tags like that, and we're also thinking of adding like very short 1 to 2 sentence descriptions about the level, either provided by the maker or provided by a race lead from staff. Something like, I don't know, maybe for this level, it would maybe be something like, let's see, you don't have to study very hard. You don't have to study the tech very hard, but you still might have a rough time with this vanilla style level. You know what I mean? Like, it's not telling you too much, but it's telling you a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, or bring your boxing gloves and your big brain dictionary, because this level doesn't go easy on anything. Something like that, you know what I mean? And then you can kind of be like, okay, I see this will be like this or like that. You know, I mean, we love the sight read aspect. That's the point here. But letting people make a more informed decision is a good thing. You know, is a good thing. We want these races to be fun for everybody. I think that's everyone's goal here. And so in order to help them be fun, it's sometimes helpful to know what you're walking into, at least enough that you don't accidentally walk into somewhere you don't want to be. Oh, yo, sorry about that, Proto Pizza. Thanks for the raid. We might be able to get your time in anyway, though. You could check about that behind the scenes after the race. Sorry about that. Oh, thank you, Kelgan. The hero. The hero of time. Ah. Yeah, please, if you have ideas, put them in the feedback forum. These are for the community, so I would love to hear you know, what the community has to think about that, what your thoughts are. If there's something we could be doing better or easier or something you'd like from the races, let us know. I would love to hear that. And maybe going forward, you know, maybe next year or something, we could have maybe some more special events of a sort. I'll tell you this idea. I was talking about this on my stream, but here's my idea. Kaizo Olympics. Kaizolympics. This is my idea. It's not fully fleshed out yet, so feedback is helpful. Instead of a Romhack race of a level, this is the Kaizo Olympics. What this is little skills challenges. The yumping competition, freestyle Yoshi flights, distance swimming, something like that. And it's a pre-made ROM that we have that everybody gets, and it'll track the number of yumps you do, or how many shell jumps can you do, and then we have heats and competitions, and we have like events, and you can compete in the events or whatever. Maybe have teams or whatever, and just have a fun like Kaizo Olympics where it's more about like the skills and less about solving a level or doing a level. You'd know it ahead of time. You'd know, okay, the yumping competition, the tongueless Yoshi flight distance competition, whatever. Thumb shredder decathlon, totally. And then we just play through the obstacles and events, where it would be kind of interesting because it wouldn't be like a race. It would just be like something you could actually train for. If you wanted to win, if you had your sights set on winning the yump event, you could sit down and practice for just that, and it would maybe kind of even the playing field. Reading the level wouldn't be in the equation anymore. It would just be some tricks. And frankly, I just really like the name Kaizo Olympics. It flows right off the tongue. Kaizo ends in an O. Olympics starts with an O. I think the Romhack Race staff is, quite frankly, better than the Olympic committee. Most hit grand battle. Yeah, that'd be a great one. Yeah, most hit, or like most hits in 5 minutes or something. You have a 5-minute heat, score as many hits as you can on Grand Puro 2 Bowser. Yeah, that would be a great one. Yeah, there's a lot of options for something like that, but I guess the core idea for me is it's a skills competition where it's not necessarily a level read or a level completion at all. It is purely a skills competition where you just do the number of yumps, do shell jumps, do whatever. That's right, we don't even need to spend all the money on structures. Here at the Da Vinci's Fancy Yellow Superdome, we use it all the time. Oh, one tile fall distance. That could be interesting. One tile fall distance, you could get 0 speed. Then you're not moving horizontally at all. But hey, if you have ideas for Kaizo Olympics or some other kind of fun event that you think would be cool, please hit us up. And if you really want to make those fun events happen, we do have volunteer forums. We would love to have some more folks. We're working really hard on making the roles and duties and tasks easier for everybody, so you don't even have to do anything. Here's one. For example, if you've always wanted to test for Romhack races, we are smoothing out that process a little bit by having specifically feedback testing and specifically ratings testing. So if you're the type of player that you think you could give, a difficulty rating to the level, and you think you can shut up about it and don't talk about it before the race, loose lips might hurt a Mario. But if you could just give a difficulty rating and you don't necessarily want to give all that feedback, we could have a role for you there. Or perhaps maybe you could help us restream sometime. We could always use that. Or maybe you'd like to test levels and give feedback. Maybe you'd like to help us scout. If anyone, honestly, scouting is kind of the janitor job. We really appreciate it. If anybody wants to help us scout, heck, I could even make that worth your time and throw in a sub to a streamer of your choice if you want to sign up to volunteer to scout for us. But all these roles are very important, and they help the races go very smoothly. Really, I appreciate so much the volunteers. There's no way I could do this on my own. Hey, you know what, Prestinator? I'll tell you what, you did a very good job. I think you did well, and you ran into a little bit of a tough spot that there was one part that you were doing that wasn't actually how it should be done, but that's a really tough thing to do because what you were doing actually worked. And that kind of situation happens to literally everyone. That happens to me all the time. Like, all the time. I'm sitting there watching, and I'm just like, wow, this is so relatable. This happens to me all the time where I keep doing something because it works. Of course it works, right? No, you did very, very well. Please take your 500 cool points and go spend them foolishly at the arcade, okay? These are our final 4 racers tonight. Endless Ascent, Dekudo 95, First Name Butt, and Ender of Games. Just keep your head up there, Prestinator. You just keep your head up. You got friends here, folks cheering you on. It's not even about. I know everybody wants to win the level, but don't think of it like you didn't do anything, right? You grinded skills. You got better at jumps. You learned a tough gimmick. You know how to do low gravity now, right? There's some amount of stuff being done here. So please don't feel bad. Just come back, race again sometime. Keep your head up. That's all it takes. Just practice. Yeah, Kelgan has really got the scouting tool beautifully automated and working really well. I will say this. Even though we tend to not need like a small army of scouts, sometimes for some levels it's helpful to have more. And if you're interested in volunteering for scouting or anything, go ahead and sign up anyway, because that way we can teach you the role, we can give the assigned role on Discord, we can have a pool of other people who may be able to step in some night. So if that sounds like you, that would be really helpful for sure. And once again, with more person power, with more volunteer scouts or more people who are trained on doing the restream or whatever, we can have more events, right? So maybe not for a Romhack race, but maybe all of a sudden we'll want to do a special event, and we'll say, oh, geez, we need 5 more scouts, all hands on deck. So, you know, it wouldn't hurt. If that sounds like you'd like to help out, we could definitely we'll find you something to do. Hey, you want to help out? I'll give you something to do. You don't got nothing to do? I'll give you something to do, huh? Why don't you come over here and do something, eh? Get your scouting merit badge, why don't you? Yo, let's go. Endless Ascent, they are making their way through here. Now, this is it. This is their namesake. This is the Endless Ascent. Look at them go. Whee! Man, I love this part so much. Ah, look out. Man, I don't know. There's something about that rise at the end. The gimmick in this final room, if you haven't noticed, moon physics. We're going straight to the moon to hang out at that amusement park. You know, Lunar Park. I won't sing the Whalers on the Moon song, but I'm singing it in my head. No. They haven't built that one yet, Mr. Hank Scorpio. I'm talking about the crappy one. They haven't built that yet. They were going to build it, but a project has been delayed for a little bit. I think COVID kind of made it rough. And you know that's the thing, Prestinator, right? Think about it though. Think about it. Here's the thing, right? You're playing that part, and oh, geez, it's so hard. I don't know what to do. Like, what the heck, right? That's a valid feeling, right? You're correct. It is so hard, right? But here's the thing, right? It wasn't that hard, but you know what that means? You're not as bad as you thought. In fact, I hope you can see that you were actually a little bit better than you thought you were because you were doing something extra hard, right? So just because, right? If you can say, oh, it turns out that was easy. If you can have that moment of realization, then with it comes the opposite moment of realization. Oh, I wasn't actually doing so bad. I just didn't realize it was the thing, you know? Like a door that you have to push seems really ridiculous if you try to pull it, you know? And you might think, oh, I'm so bad at opening doors. No, you're not. You're doing great, actually. There can just be one little thing that you just didn't get. It happens to everyone. In fact, I'll tell you this. Here's the straight truth. It will happen again. It will never stop happening. I promise you. It happens to me, and I consider myself quite good, but not as good as Endless Ascent. Getting into that room, up to the Goomba. Oh, I was going to say no reservations. They're going for the Moida. They're going for Moida. No Moida? Then they're not feeling moiterous? No Moida. Oh, pacifist route, maybe. But, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it will never stop happening. You will always find a part that turns out you were doing it the wrong way, and you didn't know how to do it, and, oh, geez, I feel goofy because turns out it was really simple. Why didn't I think of that? I'm so dumb. That'll never stop happening, and that's a good thing, right? Because it's not a problem. It's all good. You know, you just got to be here now. Come back next week, race fans. Endless Ascent, yo, let's go. Mario has truly become Super Mario the Flamethrower. Moited the Goomba. Absolutely moidalized him. Yeah, you know, really, that username does not check out. And you call yourself Endless Ascent, despite the fact that you clearly got to the ceiling and stopped ascending. Oh, Ender of Game. No. Got moited by the footballers. Here we go, Dekudo. Yo, let's go. They've been getting really close here. Dekudo in the right-hand side. Nice door. They didn't even turn around. Wow. That was a very precise up input to get in that door. They were on it. Great timing. Dekudo? I hope I'm saying that right. If someone knows how to pronounce it, let me know. Dekudo. Really nice player. I don't know if I've seen them before on a Romhack Race, but welcome, and I really like the moves. Clearly a player with some chops. Well, we schedule about 2 hours for these broadcasts, 8 to 10 on Saturday night. But we could see a clear here. I don't know. Dekudo moving very fast through this final section. Don't forget, these races are open to the public. I mean, why wouldn't they be? Not invite only. If you would like to race with us, all you got to do is, well, you don't even have to do this. But if you'd like to, put it this way, if you would like to be restreamed on our broadcast, you can sign up on romhackraces.com. That just lets us know who's racing, who we should watch, who wants to be restreamed in the first place. But go and check out the website. New patch every week. Just hang out on Discord, and we'll make the announcement on Saturday to let you know what the difficulty is, and we'll have a brand new patch for you. A new race every week. A new week every race. And a free decoder ring with 6 proofs of purchase. Well, while we're hanging out here, everybody, like I said, we just got about 2 hours for these broadcasts. I would just really like to thank the staff again. Everyone has really stepped up to help out. Doc always did so much, and everyone else has really stepped up in that absence, as well as just while Doc was around. Thank you very much, especially Fen running the restream tonight for us. They always do so much. Kelgan making the tools for us, making Rami sing and do all the amazing bot stuff. D4 making the website, helping us out. Dr. No helping us out with so much stuff on a well-needed sabbatical right now. Thank you very much. Also, we got Mithrillionaire. Who else? Who tested this week? We have Mithrillionaire, RB Pimlico, Fen, and Sequel Infection for testing this week. Thank you all so much for that, as well as Star-Lord and Kelgan for scouting tonight. Thank you. Cherry V as well, modding chat, Spirit Often. Thank you both so much. Romhack Races, would not be the same without you. And I'm really pleased to be able to bring these races to everybody this week. It is tough. Yeah, it is tough. 2 hours is a bit. The racers are welcome to keep playing if they want to, but as is tradition, at the 2 hour mark, we will be sending the raid over to somebody else so you can actually go and watch on their channel. Oh, thanks so much. I appreciate that. I'm honored to be able to bring the commentary to everybody and be a good evangelist for Kaizo and to help Kaizo be more approachable for people. Help answer questions. Help encourage people. I would love to see the game that I love, Kaizo Mario, grow and thrive as much as it can, and I hope we can achieve that here. But do yourself a favor, we're going on a raid pretty soon, but go and follow some other racers. Check out the Mario World category on Twitch, and you might find some really great Kaizo streams. No, dude, Ender of Games, that's so rough. Big feels. I'm sorry, pal. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you. I don't know. I love Kaizo. Kaizo Mario is in particular near and dear to me. And, I don't know, as far as streaming and things and what everybody's playing and this and that, that's up to everybody. But me, I'm here. Kaizo is my passion, and, be a variety streamer or something. Like, I don't know. I like this, and I'm pleased and proud to be able to make a living doing something good for the game that I love, to be able to make a living on something I'm passionate about. Thank you. Let's go. Ender of Games. This is it. Checkpoint City. Population, Mario. Oh, thanks so much. Oh, you're too kind. Too kind. I'm happy to do this, and I am certainly pleased to be able to take race lead, help out with that, and just make sure Doc can get some rest, and we can keep doing these fun races. It is the top of the hour, my friends, so we're going to throw it over on a raid. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. From all of us here at Romhack Races, thanks for being a part of it. Keep hacking, keep practicing, keep racing, and I hope to see you around again next week, or maybe throughout the week on some Kaizo streams. For everybody on my chat, I will see you all again probably tomorrow night. I'll be on. And, for everybody else, thanks for watching. I'll hope to catch you around. You matter. Your thoughts matter. Your heart matters. Your feelings matter. You matter to other people in your lives. You matter to me as human beings. You matter to the internet's #1 longboy furry. And the people that matter to you in your lives would love to hear from you about that. We know Black Lives Matter, LGBTQIA+ lives matter, Indigenous lives matter, disabled lives matter. You too. Come and talk shop with us on the Discord if you have any questions or maybe want to work on your own hack. Anything and everything Kaizo Super Mario, you can find us on the romhackraces.com and also on the Discord. Thank you all so much for being a part of this. I will see you all next time. Have a good one, and peace out.